If you're like me and you travel a lot, you're going to be renting cars quite a bit. But over the last few years, renting cars has become increasingly more and more difficult. It is a minefield of traps and paperwork and all sorts of stuff, all set to try to catch you out. My last trip to Krakow via the airport at Katowice, I managed to get myself the bargain of the century. I managed to hire a car for under £3 a day. However, it turned into a disaster. It all started when they told me I'd get a meet and greet service. They'd wait at the airport with my name on a board. Of course, they weren't there. I phoned them, and sure enough, they eventually came out and collected me, but it was stressful. And of course, phoning abroad, even on a UK mobile, does still cost money. So they collected me and they took me to pick up my car, which was about a mile away, and it was a lovely car. It was brand new. It had done a couple of thousand kilometres. The problem was that you couldn't check it for this horrible collision damage waiver rubbish that they impose on you nowadays. So there was no way we could check for scratches or dents. We went into the office to do the paperwork. Now, this is an interesting one. I gave him my credit card and he said that my credit card had Mr. P. Rosenfeld on it. And I said, yes. And he said, I can't accept that. And I said, why? And he said, because the credit card has to have your Christian name on, Peter Rosenfeld. I checked all my other credit cards and sure enough, they all had P. Rosenfeld. Well, that was that. The car hire was effectively cancelled. Fortunately, I managed to find a debit card that had Peter Rosenfeld on it, and he accepted it. How bizarre. When we brought the car back this morning, that was the most amazing part of this story, because we pulled up and there was nobody there. Just a shed in the middle of a car park. So we had to make another phone call to call them to come out. And eventually, the same guy who picked us up the other day came out. And then he said, get this. Well, you could watch the video. So here we have a really interesting situation. So the company that we've rented with is this company here. It's called Surprice Rentals, and it's based in Poland. When you come to Poland, now we've rented a car. Here's the car, and when we bought it back, we're being told that the car is dirty and we have to have it washed. And before they can check it, they want it to be washed. So as a customer, we're being asked now to take the car to be washed in order to check it. And if we don't do that, what they're saying is they'll wash the car later, check it, and if there's any scratches or anything on it, they will then charge me. So what they're really trying to do is manipulate the situation so that I will get charged for scratches that I can't sign off now. It's really interesting. So let's have a chat with the rental company's representative. His name is Adrian. So Adrian, just for the avoidance of doubt, what you're saying is that as a customer, I have to go and have the car washed before you will accept it back and sign it off as in good condition. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's right. And even if you read the protocol that you've got on email, you can see that the car have to come back clean to us.
Okay, so the car has to come back clean. So let's have a look at the car. It's gleaming clean. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Let's have some close-ups here. Okay, so that's what I'm being told. This car has to be cleaned before I bring it back to the rental company. That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life. So let's report this now when we get back to the UK, and let's make sure that I'm not charged any form of excess, any form of damage, because this company is clearly, that's how they're going to try to make their money. What are you saying? Can you tell me what you're saying exactly, please?
Yes, now you've got two options. Either you can go to the car wash and wash the car, and we can check the scratches with you, or we can go with you to the airport right now, but then we won't be able to check the scratches with you in front of your eyes.
We'll go to the car wash together.
Yes, we can go together.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. And then we can go to the airport.
Yes, and we can check it and go to the airport.
Okay, thank you very much. So it seems we have found a solution. So just for the avoidance of doubt, we've done the car wash, and now we're being taken to the airport, and Adrian here at the front of the vehicle, who's driving us to the airport, just for the avoidance of any doubt, has confirmed that there is no damage whatsoever and I will not be charged any payment whatsoever for this car hire going forward. So I just wanted video evidence of that because I've lost complete trust in this company. The net result of all of this is that car hire has become a minefield. If you don't get it right, it's going to cost you a lot of money. There are no such things as bargains. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. The reality is they will try to get you on the collision damage waiver thing. Every time, whether it's the €400, €1,000, whatever it is they dock on your credit card, you are at risk and you have no control over it whatsoever. So be really, really careful. And by the way, you can take out annual policies for this, which are identical to the policies that you buy off the hire company. The only difference being that it costs you a fraction of the price. So my advice is take out an annual policy. But that doesn't really make it better because the hassle in claiming is another minefield. It takes time, effort, memory, evidence, documentation. It just goes on and on. The joy of hiring cars, alas, is the same as the joy of flying. It has gone.